Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and welcome back to Road to PokeMMO. This is Season 3, Episode 21, and we are working our way towards 10 million Pokeyen. Now, in the last episode, we left off on a little bit of a cliffhanger here in Dewford Town because I really want to test a super solid money-making method, or it might be in this location. However, before we do that, we have some other things to sort of do first and to keep track of, so we can't quite get straight to money making yet, but we can actually get to collecting from our previous episode, and boy, do we have some nice Pokeyen to collect. So let's go ahead and fly back over to this PC in Dewford Town, and we have some stuff to collect from the GTL, as well as some cool ideas in progress, and I might even read a couple things before jumping into this next grind. Alright, so first things first, on the GTL, we have that Osmrill that finally sold, the 2 Porygons sold from last episode, and 2 Hitmonlees from the loot from 1 hour of Hitmonlee. I don't know if I mentioned that too much in these episodes, but I did a loot from 1 hour of Hitmonlee. It was just quite a while ago. So now we're at 1.4 million to start this episode off after those gains, of course. Which is really nice to see because we haven't really been gaining much pure Pokeyen since being back on this account. We've been doing a lot of progress for the account. We've been doing a lot of gains towards the main account. Things like unlocking access to the Battle Frontier, getting our Meowth payday to level 100, leveling our Breloom, doing like progress stuff. We haven't been making enough pure Pokeyen, and I want to get more towards getting back on that track. I do want to quickly relist this Beldum that didn't sell for 20k. I'll probably just relist it for like 18 or 15k. And hopefully that sells in time. However, I want to go check something. I want to try to breed something. So I'll see you guys at the daycare. There's something that might be a little interesting for profit. Something. And when I say something, I'm talking about this Pokemon right here. 31 attack Ralts. I think this Pokemon might also be in the Chaos A group. It's hilarious that I don't actually have one caught on this account. I'll have to double check that. Right now, Ralts are actually in pretty high demand, especially female Ralts, because Gallade right now just got moved to OU due to the sharpness ability. So a lot of OU players are now looking for Gallades that they didn't have before. There's not that many Gallades built and everything around. So I'm going to be looking to buy, look at these. These 2 Ralts are around 2k a piece. They're female, which is both incredible for breeding. They're 20 plus HP defense, special defense. This one is 25 plus HP defense, special defense and speed. I'm gonna buy these. I've only listed for 13 minutes, so I'm gonna yoink those up. We're gonna get our calculator up and calc the total cost of the breed, and we'll also have a calculation for the expected profit when I go to sell them. Alright, bottom right hand corner of the screen is our total cost if you're interested. And now that I have these 2 beautiful Ralts, I need to figure out the perfect breeders for them. And I want to make sure they come out male if possible on the final breed, because I do want to sell them as Gallades and probably put some attack stats on them. I could go for like special attack on one of these since these are just defensive. They all have like the etc. stats and don't have any of the offensive stats. But I think right now Gallade is going to have much more desirability. And more desirability equals more, profit. It makes it sell faster. It's a huge thing. And they are in the Chaos A group. The cool thing about the Chaos A group is that 31 attack is generally a really cheap IV in the Chaos A group. So that's why there could be so much potential profit on these Ralts. There's very few Chaos A group Pokemon that need the physical attack stat, but now Gallade is one of them. So on this first breed, I am going to look for 25 plus defense, special defense, and speed. I might look to just brace the HP if that's going to be possible. I'm looking for a male within that age group. Let's hope for the lowest price, 37k. That's obviously way too high. Not really what I'm looking for, but it is a great breeder, honestly. Let's go ahead and maybe, well, what's the 31? They have a second 31 I could roll on as well, though. 31 special defense, which actually is relevant since Gallade has such a high special defense stat, but I'm looking for something a little more budget here. Let's go ahead and lower the defense to 20 plus since that stat's going to be less relevant on Gallade. So here we see a Duosion with 20 plus in certain stats. Let's lower these to 20 plus. I want to get something really cheap and essentially just have a really budget Gallade for someone. Here we go. This is something more my style, but I do want to check the 20 plus HP as well to see if we can find something. That's going to make things too expensive. So I'm probably just going to brace the 30 HP that is on the female Ralts. So my current plan, yeah, I'm probably going to buy this Ghastly. I mean, this is just wicked cheap. This is just wicked cheap. So I definitely want to buy this Ghastly. I'll be bracing the 31 attack on that and the 30 HP on this Ralts, and that'll be a perfect first breed. Now, I want to look for a second breeding partner for this Ralts, which is just 25 plus HP defense and then 20 plus special defense. So we'll see a good breeder for that. But I do want to make sure to add 5k over on our total cost. I almost forgot. So bottom right hand corner does have our correct number. I will say this one has way less good options for breeders on the GTL. However, I'm actually going to probably buy this 8K Litwick. It's 31 attack, 20 plus HP, 20 plus special defense, and then it's only 15 defense. And the reason I'm going for this is because my defense is so high that I'm hoping that I just medium roll, and I'd be super okay with that. The speed is actually 19 plus, which would also raise up our speed. So I'm hoping to like medium roll on defense, high roll on speed would be really nice, honestly, to start working towards that. But I'll buy that for 8K. So that's actually more expensive than the Ghastly Breeder, even though the Ghastly Breeder was so much better, of course, but we definitely needed to go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead and do plus 8K over on the calculator, and let's go ahead and go buy our braces. So we need 2 attack braces for sure, so that's going to be plus 20K on our cost, and we also need 1 HP brace, so we'll go ahead and do plus 10K on top of that. Could have just done plus 30K, but you know, math's hard, so we'll do that. And then I don't think we actually are putting a brace on the one Ralt, so let's go ahead and set up these breeds and see what they look like. Alright, here is the first breed, which looks absolutely perfect. 31 attack, 30 HP, 20 to 20 plus, and like every other stat. The only issue is, it's going to come out Cool Duder Star OT, which is not what I want. So once again, similar to last episode, I'm going to make sure to go catch a Ralts before doing this breed. I never want to risk anything coming out as a shiny without being my OT. It's just not worth that risk. Let's go catch an OT Ralts. I will say, however, the only issue with catching an OT Ralts is that I don't have the Sinnoh region unlocked on this account. Thankfully, there is at least one location where I can go catch an OT Ralts, but it's a rarity encounter, so hopefully we get kind of lucky, but at least I can go catch one. It was very possible that I just would have been shit out of luck here and just had to risk the non-OT, but I really like to kind of fill out my Pokedex when possible and fill out these OTs. You never, ever, ever want to risk something coming out shiny. I've seen it happen. I've seen someone breed a shiny Snivy and it come out with the star next to their OT. It is a gutting thing to watch happen. You want to avoid that at all costs. It's heartbreaking. So I'm going to head over to Route 102, and hopefully I find a Ralts in decent time. But if not, honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world. Getting things like this knocked out of your Pokedex and getting things like this taken care of is just honestly a super motivating way to make some more profit, breed for profit, and you slowly work your way through your Pokedex. It's a great way to make progress. And you know what? I don't have C-Dot in my Pokedex either. So you know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and catch some Mons. If Pokedex entry completions is something you guys would like to see progress on in this series, make sure to let me know down in the comments. I feel like some people are definitely interested in that. Power Herb, 31 special attack. Dude, I'll take that all day for sure. A little bit of extra profit on top. And a Lotad we also don't have in our Pokedex. I'm just getting distracted today, but you know what? It's not a bad kind of distraction. PokeMMO definitely throws curveballs at you like this. You know what? I just wanted to breed some Ralts for profit really quick before starting my initial money-making method, but now this is sort of what I'm doing, and that's not a bad thing. I'm making progress. I'm having fun. It's kind of a cool adventure. There's not many Pokemon on my main account nowadays that I can catch and like add to the Pokedex for the first time. So honestly, it's really refreshing to sort of make this progress on an alt account. I was going to say, what are the odds I haven't caught a Surskit as well? About 100%, I'd say. The Surskit had a honey on them, which is really cool. And wow, these IVs came out really good. 31 speed plus like 29, 28 plus in multiple stats. That's a fantastic, that'll go for some money. That's awesome. All right, finally a Pokemon I've already caught, Wurmple. No need to catch it. All right, I took a couple encounters, but here is our Ralts. I'm going to go ahead and Spore it, and maybe even just Great Ball it. I want to make sure I catch it without it teleporting away. You have to either Spore it, or if you get kind of like a shiny Ralts, or you really want to make sure you catch it, using kind of Arena Trap Pokemon can really help out a ton. But I'm just going to Spore and Great Ball, and that should be plenty of sort of safety net to allow me to catch this. And even if I don't, it's not the worst thing in the world to catch another one. There we go. Ralts, level 4. Caught and added to the Pokedex. Now we can finally go breed these other Ralts for a profit, and this came out pretty good stat wise. I'm probably gonna go ahead and mark that as noted. Maybe I'll even look for a breeder for this one. 20 plus attack, needs defense, maybe speed. Yeah, I could definitely do something with that, which is nice. Alright, I often forget where the breeding center is in Hoenn, but I believe it's over to the left here in Mauville. Pretty cool location, honestly. I might come here a little bit more. So I'm going to go talk to this old man, go ahead and input these breeds. Here's the first one. Now it's coming out with my OT. Perfect, 30 HP. You guys know the stats and the drill and everything. I do want to make sure this comes out male. Now, it's going to cost 5K. Okay, it's not super crazy. So we're going to add 5K over to the price check calculator. That is important to factor in. It's nice to remember to make these come out because I want them to be glaze. Gallade. If you want the Ralts to evolve into Gardevoir, it has to be female, I believe, or any nature, or any gender. I think either can be Gardevoir. But Gallade has to be male, and you have to use the Dawnstone, so that is super important. So let's go ahead and do the second breed. I don't think I'm bracing anything on this Ralts. Let's see what it looks like. I could brace the defense if I want to pay an extra 10k. That might be worth it. Man, 10k for it, but it might be worth it. It would lead our price check up quite a bit. Just really trying to think on it. Honestly, it's kind of tough. I think I'd rather let it roll. 60% chance it comes out 22. It could high roll. Maybe I brace it. You know what? I'm going to err on the side of caution. This secondary Ralts breed is just not nearly going to be as good as the other one, but that's okay. That first one is going to be huge. So I'm going to go err on the side of caution here because it'll give us less loss, I guess, or less loss potential. I'll go ahead and add plus 10k over on our price check. And I'll also have to add 5k here when I select the gender. Let's go ahead and throw these breeds in. Yup, yes, yup, male. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 5 extra k. All right. Time to let these eggs hatch. And I'll either go start farming something or making some other Pokemon on the side while that happens, or just see you guys when they hatch. Alright, both Ralts have hatched, and I did check the one a little early. I saw the nature, and something big happened. I'm not going to lie, but I haven't checked this one. This one came out lonely. I also need to mention, I made a noob mistake. I did not think about egg moves, which are actually super relevant for Gallade. It really needs Shadow Sneak. So unfortunately, that was a huge noob mistake. Now, thankfully, I'm just going to be selling these off. So honestly, it's a little less impactful. I don't think people remember to check that as much. And some people might use these as rebreeders, especially this Ralts. But I probably could have bred this one female or let the gender roll on this one, honestly, since the speed was going to come out low, but I kind of forgot about that. But anyways, that's fine. Our total cost was 67k. This Ralts, the good one, came out adamant. 28 speed. This thing is a monster. This is like actually just a competitive Gallade ready to go. Now, it doesn't have Shadow Sneak, which is unfortunate, but there are some builds that don't run it, so they could definitely grow that, especially with adamant. This is actually kind of curious. Let's see what this goes for. Let's go ahead and do 31 attack. We'll do 25 plus here, 20 plus here, 20 plus defenses, 25 plus. Yeah, that's perfect. If I need to lower it, I will. We're going to check for adamant. We're going to search. We're going to do Ralts. I want to make sure I kind of check for male as well. Like, this is, look at, like, that's obviously not accurate. Let's lower these stats to 20 plus and see if we get something a little more accurate. 300k, obviously too high. Dude, this Ralts might be able to sell for a fair bit. This is exciting. I'm going to go ahead and go male, I guess. In search, yeah, nothing. I'm just getting, let's go ahead and let's get rid of the nature, I guess, and do back to 25 plus in each, but that's going to be kind of tough, like 400k. Wow, there's just no supply of these right now. So this one's more comparable. This one's Jolly, which is another like very usable nature, but it obviously has 31 and higher stats. I'm probably going to try to sell. I'm going to try to sell this Ralts for like probably 120k. Which seems crazy, right? Because I think that's even, I think it could honestly go for more. The fact that it rolled nature is just so good. I'm going to go 120k on it, see if anybody bites. It's just a really, really, really good UT, ready to go Gallade without Shadow Sneak, unfortunately. Now, we do have this other Ralts, which will go for a lot less Pokeyen. I'll go ahead and price check that. So for this, I'm straight up just checking 31 HP, or 31 attack, excuse me, 20 plus HP, defense, and special defense, and that's it. That's all I'm really worrying about. I should be able to sell this. I mean, this is obviously 2 times 31. This one, 31, which is a decent, 31 to matter. The special defense stat on Gallade is actually really high at like 115. This is just gonna be a breeder. This probably goes for like, I want to say, I think, to be fair, let's go ahead and check. I think a base 31 attack Ralts right now, yeah, it goes for like 18k, 20k or so. I think with these extra stats, I'm pretty happy going for 30k on this. Now, it's going to be tough for someone to find it, I feel like. I think 30k is more than fair for this. We'll go ahead and list that. We'll do, so we have 2 listings now. One for 120k and one for 30k. So this cost us 67k, maybe 70k, you know, if you do both listing fees. But we are going to make a potential 150k profit minus the 70k. 80k profit on these 2 breeds. We only spent like 70k, right? Or 60k, 70k, I think 70k on these two breeds, and we're gonna make 80k profit. That is literally a over 100% return on investment. You could do these kind of breeds really quickly, but you do have to move around. You can't just do like 20 Ralts breeds because it's gonna destroy the Gallade economy, right? So you have to like kind of jump around when you do breeding. Breeding, I always talk about, man, it's so good. You can make so much money, but there's a lot of game knowledge and a lot of deals and like research you have to be able to do. So that's exciting, but now it's time to jump into the next money-making method. Today, I'm going to be testing loot from 1 hour of farming Wingulls. Wingull is a really relevant Pokemon because Pelipper is a really, really good OU Pokemon, being a required Pokemon for Rain Dance teams or Rain teams, since he's only modded with Drizzle in the entire game, as well as he's just pretty good defensive tank, that's able to spam Hurricane and Hydro Pump within those rains, can U-turn, which is super good, can set up Tailwind, can defog. Pelipper ends up being really good with the Drizzle ability for sure. So I'm going to test this. I'm not going to put all of the information and go through everything about that in this video. If you want to see an in-depth loot for 1 hour of Wingull, I'll be doing a separate video on it, but I will show you guys the essential, the end game profit, how much was made after the loot for 1 hour of Wingull, or at least I'll show you guys the GTL listings and everything. So I'll see you guys after 1 hour of farming. Okay, I'm sitting here 10 minutes into the loot for 1 hour of Wingull video, and that Ralts already sold. Once again, we spent 67k creating those two breeds, and one of them sold for 120k. It is so powerful and so good to be on top of trends like that. Understanding that Gallade is a big like hot button topic right now in the economy is so important to making that big money. Alright, I just finished doing the loot from 1 hour of Wingull, and I ended up making around 140k profit after that hour, which is super nice, as you can see in that big number in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. That was after costs and everything, so that was pure profit, not actual just revenue. 140k, not bad by any means. Now, I did actually go ahead and snipe this Wingull while doing my price checkings. That's a really cool thing when you like do loot for 1 hour or like are selling a bunch of Pokemon. Sometimes you'll end up finding underpriced Pokemon on the GTL. So I bought this for only 5k, this Wingull, and I should be able to sell this for a lot more than that. So I'm going to go ahead and price check it and get back to you guys with an accurate sort of flip, I guess. I'm just going to go ahead and sell it towards one of the egg groups and not really worry about selling it as a Wingull, because that would take a lot longer. This one is 2 times 31, this Crobat, so it's a lot better than it. I'm probably going to go ahead and just sell it for 20k. I only bought it for 5, so it's a really quick and easy, 15k flip. Maybe even someone could buy this to reflip it. That's totally viable, but that's nice. Honestly, an extra 15k expected coming our way. Super cool. And now we can also go ahead and claim this Ralts. 120k, I can't believe how fast it sold. I almost want to go breed more. In fact, I might. We'll see. But I do have 171 lore steps that I'm kind of wasting right now, so I want to stop doing that. I want to go pick up my Meowth, and I want to go use those lore steps to actually go payday pickup for a little bit. I usually wouldn't care about that on my main account, but on this account, once again, every Pokeyen matters. By the time I actually get to the Dragon Spiral Tower, I'm probably only going to have 100 steps left, but 100 steps left? Probably less than that, honestly. So when you're fishing, it only consumes 5 lore steps per fish attempt. Not per encounter, but per fish attempt. So honestly, yeah, 56 lore steps left or whatever. It's quite a decent amount of fishes, and honestly, it's worth to go ahead and come here and do some payday. So I might even just chill here for a little bit, make some Pokeyen. I'll see you guys whenever I'm either done with the lore steps or just done with payday fishing in general. Forgot to mention this, but please do note that I started at 1,435,000 or so Pokeyen at the start of this little payday pickup trip, so we'll see what we can get to, and I'll make sure to go sell all my stuff at the Pokemart as well after. Alright, I ended up staying here for quite a while, used quite a bit of expert lures, and this is actually going to put me at 3,000 total encounters. I don't know what amount of encounters I started here at, but I gained around 60k Pokeyen or so, or maybe around 50k Pokeyen or so in pure payday money, so I probably did around 2 hours worth of payday in here, although I spent more time here. I was kind of casual about it, kind of pretty inefficient about it, to be totally honest, but that's okay. I put a lot of time into progress in this episode, and we've made a bit of Pokeyen. I'm going to head back to the Unova Mart now and sell off everything that I gained from this, and we'll see where to go from there. We did also have our other Ralts actually sell in the GTL, so it might honestly be time to just go back and immediately start trying to breed some more Ralts. I think breeding for profit, and a Wingull sold, breeding for profit might end up being a huge part of this series. It can just be so extremely good, but let's go ahead and check out. I know I at least picked up one rare candy that I'll have to sell off on the GTL as well, but let's see what else do we pick up from actually paydaying there for quite a while. It's usually pretty obvious, so some deep sea tooths. I'll go ahead and sell one of these. So we're starting at 1,500,000 530,000. That'll be important. We'll sell off one of these. We'll sell off, we have these 2 untradeable. We'll sell off all of our Dragon Fangs, those 4. These, you do just make more money by selling these to the mart versus actually trying to take the time and spending the money to sell them on the GTL. They just don't sell usually or take a very long time, these items, because people constantly farm them from these locations, right? I'll sell 2 Mystic Waters that I picked up from here. We'll keep all of that stuff, the Poison Barbs. Sure. We'll keep the rest. I want for those. Any thick clubs? Thick clubs or not thick clubs? What's the? I think it's Rare Bone. Rare Bone is the item that I'm thinking of that are worth around 5k a piece. A Big Pearl. Now those obviously go here to sell. We've got Nuggets. That's 20k. Pearls. 6k from Pearls. Rare Bones. Only 1 Rare Bone, but I'll take it. A Star Piece and Stardust. I believe those just get sold. I don't think there's like any Star Maniac in the game at the moment, I believe. Or at least they don't actually buy them for like any higher prices, I believe. Let's scroll down. Looking for, so I have the rare candy that I'll have to sell actually on the GTL. And if I keep scrolling, is there anything else? Some energy powders and stuff kind of laying around. Just random stuff throughout my bag. How many rare candies? Is it really 8 untradeable rare candies? It's kind of nuts. I didn't get all these from this. I just have gotten them through various means, but I'll probably go ahead and list them on the GTL. I definitely don't need rare candies, but I mean, that alone was around 54k or so not bad. How much are rare candies going for at the moment? Around 12k or so. They've gone up a bit. They were around 10k for quite a while. So we have, okay, 8 of which are untradeable. That makes sense. We probably did just go ahead and get 2 actually during that hour or 2 here. So it's honestly makes a lot of sense. We'll sell both of those for 12,500, 12,590, 12,590 would be the correct price. So that'll bring in 25k or so. Bam, there we go. All right, and then before ending this episode, I want to do a little more flipping, maybe a little more breeding for profit. I'll let you guys know what I can find on the GTL. I found this Ralts for 1,500 Pokeyen, and this has 25 plus in HP, special defense, then 20 plus defense. I'm definitely going to go ahead and yoink that and put a 31 attack on it. I also want to go ahead and lower these stats, and there's tons of 1,500 Pokeyen Ralts here. However, what if I do 20 plus like this across? 120 plus, so 20 plus in 4 stats. This one, 11 minutes ago. Wait, wow, this could just be a flip. This Ralts is 1,500 Pokeyen. It's male. It was listed 10 minutes ago or so. That could be flipped into a really budget Glade. It's super budget Glade because there's not even a correct nature or anything, but it's just male. This is perfect for someone who wants a Glade. Obviously no Shadow Sneak egg move, but that's totally okay. I'm gonna straight flip this. For example, right now, the cheapest Ralts with 20 plus and all 5 of those stats like this one had is 60k, which is absolutely nuts. This one is Timid. This one is 68k, Timid once again. I'm going to go, I bought that for 1,500. Was that right? And the cheapest one is 60k. I'm going to go 50k on it, maybe 55k. We'll do 50k. We'll do 55. We'll do 55, see if it sells. That'd be a huge, easiest flip of my life. And before I forget, let's go ahead and find a quick breeder for this. I was initially just going to put 31 attack on it because usually you can find some pretty cheap breeders for it. And I probably will check Dittos still, but this Litwick is pretty cheap. This Litwick might actually be so cheap that it might just be worth immediately getting. It's 15k. I'm going to go ahead and just buy that. And maybe I'll be able to pair something with it after because that is 31 speed, adamant nature with those 20 plus. This could be something really nice. All right, both my rare candies sold, which is nice. Yeah, it seems like the cheapest bet is for me to go to actually get a Ditto as opposed to the A group, which is kind of funny. Probably should have grabbed this Ditto. It's 18k, but I'm going to double check to see if there's anything else that's like 20k, around a similar price range. 20k for this. So 20k for this, 25, 20, 29. Yeah, it's not the best, cheapest Ditto by any means, but it's not bad. We'll see what we can do with it. Alright, so that first breed is planned out. Here's the Ditto with the Ralts. No braces on it. It'll come out 20 plus and all the defense and HP plus 31 attack. This did cost me much more than I wanted it to, and much more than I'm a little happy with, I'm not going to lie. The Ditto being 20k, the Ralts was only 1,500, but it ends up being like 30. So this breed is going to end up costing me like 30-something k. More than I expected, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go ahead and not pay for the gender, actually, because it's just someone's probably just going to rebreed this anyway to turn it into a Glade, since it's missing the speed. But that did cost a lot more than I expected. However, I did find this Litwick, which is actually should like definitely allow me for some awesome profit. So we'll see what I can find to pair with it. Alright, so my Ralts hatched, and it came out female and timid. I think I really am going to end up having to rebreed this to make any sort of profit on it. There is a Ghastly up for around 28k that could fit what I need, but I do want to check Ditto prices as well. But, I mean, 60k is the lowest on that, so I think I'm going to go with this Ghastly here, although I could try to lower these defenses, but I really don't want to if possible. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that Ghastly. I'm just going to go ahead and retype in Ghastly to actually just see it. Yeah, 28k. That'll be the perfect breeder for it. This breed's going to end up costing me a lot more than I expected, but this should be a better way to profit, I'm going to guess, than the other method, but we'll see. This might end up being a little bit of a mistake. I feel like this is a really good example of sort of how complicated breeding can be. Like, no matter how much game knowledge and everything you can have, you still can absolutely make tons of mistakes. And it's really important to understand when to know when to like back down and kind of chill or not. Because I'm gonna pay for the extra 5k for mail on this. Because if I've already exploited and I've already made my profit on the Ralts and Gallade market, it might be time to get out as opposed to getting back in and trying to make more profit off of it. I might be a little too late. It's been many hours since that. It's crazy how fast things can really adjust and change on the market. As opposed to I could have waited for like Ralts and Gallades and other supplies to either change and try again tomorrow, but I tried again twice in the same day. I did end up buying this Frillish for only 4k, and it has 25 plus HP, 25 plus defense, 25 plus speed, and 31 attack. So I bought this for, once again, 4k. I'm going to buy this Duosian for 15k. So now we've spent 20k on this breed, and now I'm going to go ahead and get 2 braces for them. So a 31 special defense and a 31 attack brace, and that's going to end up costing me so around 40k for this entire breed, which is really average / normal for a sort of 2x31 Pokemon, but with all of the extra stats, I might be able to profit a fair bit. So let's go ahead and see what this breed looks like, putting the braces on everything, talking to the daycare man, 31 attack, 31 special defense, 25 plus speed, defense, HP, everything. This looks pretty nice. I'm probably going to make sure I pay the extra 5k for this to come out male, so this will actually be a nice breeder, because you don't want that female Duosian with 31 attack. Not going to matter for him. Okay, this Litwick definitely is an incredible breeder, and I was really looking to find a Pokemon to breed with it to create an incredible Pokemon, but it seems like I might just be able to flip it. So the cheapest thing even comparable is 150k right now, which is obviously absurd. But I bought this for 15k, and it was only listed for a couple minutes. I think people are drastically looking for these perfect Gallade breeds right now. I bought this for 15k. I'm probably going to go ahead and try to sell it for 50k, and I think someone could very well buy this. Someone has a Ralts that is matching perfectly. They could breed them together, sell that Ralts for 200k. I'm seeing 2x31 Ralts with 20 plus HP, defense, special defense, with the 31s and attack and speed with correct nature, which is what this Litwick is offering out of a nature. Those are selling for like 200k. So someone will be more than willing to buy that and still be able to make a profit off of. That's a really important thing you want to understand when you're reselling stuff. Like, people need to be able to make profit off of you a lot of the time, but you need to make a profit yourself, right? So here we have this male Ralts came out 2x31, 31 attack and speed, 20 plus and all the defenses and everything, and hasty nature. This might go for a fair bit of money. I'm actually really curious to see. This came out male as well, which I believe I paid for. Male, 31, 20 plus. I put more into this than I wanted to, but I think I'm coming out. Look at this. The cheapest one is 200k. Now the 200k one's adamant, which is really nice, but man, I feel like I can go like 180k on this, or like 160 super easily, and I definitely put less than this in. There might be, I'm a little scared putting so much money into this, but man, people are paying huge right now for Ralts. This one's only been listed for 46 minutes. It's kind of absurd. I might list this one for 180k, especially because it's hasty. Hasty is actually kind of nice because it minuses the defense nature, which doesn't actually matter because Gallade's defense is already so trash that it's so frail it dies to like any sort of extreme speed or any sort of physical move. The really stats that matter are HP and special defense, and you still get that plus speed. So it's essentially equivalent to a Jolly nature on a Gallade since the defense is so irrelevant. Anyway, I'm gonna try to sell that for 180k. Seems absurd, but I think it might just be fair. We might make some huge flips today, you know, abusing that Gallade market. Alright, and the Gallade abuse continues with our Solosis hatching. This thing came out bold, which is not great for what the stats we're trying to accomplish with it, but once again, this is a perfect breeder for someone trying to create a Gallade for competitive play. Let's go ahead and put in these stats. 31. I will say it doesn't have that 25 or the 31 speed. It's the 31 special defense, which is actually still really relevant on Gallade, though. This could be big shmoney. 25 plus and everything is nice. Now it looks like the most comparable thing is this Ghastly, which does have an extra 31, so it's definitely not super comparable. But I do think I could go ahead and list this for, I want to say 80 to 100k. I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm missing. I think 100k is going to be fair. Maybe 80. I think the issue is if delayed hype dies, how much money did I put into this? I think I put 40k into this. I only put 40k into this. I'm going to go 80k on. I think 80k makes it way more likely someone will buy this. I think 100 might be just exclusionary enough where someone will be willing to wait and pass off on it, but 80k seems a little more reasonable. But whew, we made a lot of expected profit today coming in from the Gallade stuff. I'm really excited to see how that pays off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching today's money making methods and this episode in general. Make sure to like the video if you did. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord link is down below for updates on all that content. And if you want to go above and beyond and support me and allow me to keep making full-time PokeMMO content, trying to put out videos every single day in streams Monday through Thursday, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo do help out a ton. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Go abuse the Gallade economy while you can. It's probably long past this, I will say, by the time this comes out. I think I'm recording this now on May the 5th. You guys will probably see this, man, June, maybe, yeah, late June, I think. I'm not sure. Something crazy. My upload schedule is kind of nuts, but it's been fun. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Good luck on whatever is popping right now in the breeding economy. Hey, thanks so much for watching the entire video. I really appreciate that, and if your name is on this list, I appreciate you even more. Thank you to everyone who goes above and beyond and supports my channel and allows me to make content full time. I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day.